So greetings to you, my friends at Salisbury Lutheran Church. It seems that every time I come down to visit you, we have another COVID-19 outbreak. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. And to get around that, I've decided just to put this little video up, just to take the opportunity to let you know what's been happening down at Lake Windermere School in my role as pastoral care worker there, but also how you've been part of that. What I'd like to do is to break this down into two sections, BC, before coronavirus, and AC, after coronavirus, because there has actually been, quite a big divide in the year, as you know it. Towards the end of 2019, I wanted to come down to say thank you for all the things you did that year, and they merge into the beginning of 2020. As usual, the church did lots of things to support the staff. Little gifts for the staff, morning teas, and really and truly they've been extremely appreciated. The staff always send me an email saying thank you for the grub, and little things like making sure that there's something gluten-free for them as well is very important. Of course, you've helped with camps. I've put out specific requests to help get some kids to camps, and you managed to get 4 young students to a camp which they wouldn't have been able to get to otherwise. I know they appreciated it, but what they don't know perhaps is how much that impacts their school life. They're able to interact with the teachers, the staff, and each other in ways that break down barriers and allow them to just build relationships that they would have missed out on if they hadn't got there. So a big thank you for that. Mark's Multimedia Minions continued as usual this year, and for those who don't know, that's just a program where once a week I teach some students who have to go through a very rigorous interview process to learn multimedia. And what they don't realise is that these kids have been chosen, at least in part, because they're in need of mentoring, and so they're being mentored while they don't look. And this year I decided to expand that, so I run a parallel program which isn't Mark's Multimedia Minions, it's in fact Mark's Mighty Morphin Minions, which is for some students from the special needs class. Again, just giving these people an opportunity to do something different, to have an opportunity to shine in the school that they might not have otherwise. And again, very successful. There have been times when I've come to you and I've said, we've got this problem or that problem. First thing I do is ask you to pray into those problems. And I know that that means that you have got my back. I'm not alone in this, but there are often very practical things that come out of that. An example is that we had one young mother of 3 children whose partner unfortunately suicided. And she was in a situation where she was just stuck at home, no support around her, and you helped provide food and sustenance and pastoral visits to her in that situation. Also, going back a little bit over the Christmas break, the school had a parent whose mental health they were really worried about, and they weren't in a place to do anything. But you were, and some people from this church went and visited that family a few times, and again took supplies, and I'm aware of they took some along, a cake along for her birthday, and they actually believed there was potential that might have been the only thing that those kids got to eat that day. But again, we're just saying we love you and we care for you. And again, very much appreciated. There was one of these situations where both the principal and the well-being officer teared up at the generosity of the church in supporting these people. And I don't think we can say enough about how much that is a witness of the love that you've been showing, the love of Jesus. So then along comes the virus, and an extraordinary difficult time for the teachers, on again, off again. But when it initially hit, they basically had to prepare to do homeschooling and distance learning, whatever you want to call it. And they had to learn all new different ways of doing things. And then it flipped back again, but it was sort of halfway back. And so they not only had to do this distance learning, but they also had children in the school who had to have face-to-face learning. In essence, they were doing extra jobs. And again, there were some little gifts that came from the church, just letting them know that they were being thought of, that they weren't alone. There's also a time where you stocked up a larder for me, and we were able to go out to parents and some teachers who ran out of the essentials, who weren't able to get the essentials. By that I mean at least the most important of them, toilet paper. But again, this reaching out that you can't underestimate as a witness to God's love. And so the term has gone on. Now I have a new line manager at the school, and she has come in right in the middle of this, and her first time in the school, first time as a wellbeing officer, and I've been able to support her so that she hasn't felt that she is alone. And again, I just want to say, your prayers around these situations are not insignificant. I suppose I want to wrap up just by saying, personally, thank you. That knowing that I'm not alone, knowing that you've got my back, knowing that you can do things in the school through me, that is such a privilege for me to be a channel for that. When I say I've done this and I've done that, really what I'm saying is you've done this and you've done that. So once again, just a huge thank you. And just to finish up, I'm just going to tack on to the end of this a little video that just shows you some of the things that the church has been involved in. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
set, go.
Thanks for helping us with camp!
Yay!
Yay!
Come on. India. This is my cat, Zuma. Just thought she'd get in on the show. Take one.